Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to NAUI's Dive Team Report. I'm your host, Greg Martin. You know, over the last few years, technology has blossomed and has allowed us to dive deeper into our oceans, really without even getting wet. The advent of high definition and 360-degree cameras have allowed for an immersive experience for just about anybody who has access to a computer or an iPhone, for that matter, a smartphone. Zuccarino-Crowe is the Tourism and Recreation Coordinator for the National Marine Sanctuary Foundation. I've asked her to come on the show and talk to us a little bit about something very exciting that they are doing, besides butchering her name. Chiara, thanks for joining us here.
Thanks for having me, Greg, and you said my name perfectly.
Well, good. I'm glad. So let me ask you, 360-degree immersive diving without getting wet. How is that possible?
The wonders of technology. Luckily, we've had some really great partnerships that have allowed us to take advantage of this technology and bring it to our system of national marine sanctuaries around the United States ocean and Great Lakes environments, and take photos that are allowing people to see what it's like to actually be in these places and underwater, as you noted, minus the wet part or maybe having to worry about our buoyancy control, but actually being able to see the resources that we protect within national marine sanctuaries and hopefully get people excited about visiting them someday, and as well as learn about some of the impacts and environmental issues facing those places.
I've found it very interesting because we've done a number of podcasts with some of the different marine sanctuary areas. And so it's kind of nice then for even me, who hasn't been actually in those areas, to be able to go in and have a look at, say, Thunder Bay or Flower Garden Banks and actually see some of the things that we've discussed on the podcast. I also noticed that my kind of home area, the Olympic Coast up here, is well represented. And it's just as green in the pictures as it is actually sitting underwater.
Yeah, we're really excited. That's our newest virtual dive gallery that we've added. So we now have 6 national marine sanctuaries represented on our website, sanctuaries.noaa.gov/VR. And Olympic Coast was just launched in October, and we're really excited to be able to bring it to the public.
It's so nice, too, because now that I know it's here, that anytime I'm out and about doing any kind of a presentation about our oceans, I can bring it right up on my computer and just in a matter of seconds, give a 360-degree view of where we are and what people can expect when they go out. Even students, we could do that in the classroom with that. So talk a little bit about talk a little bit about the project. I mean, actually going out and getting all of this great footage.
Right. So in terms of the collection of the actual images, we collaborated initially as part of the XL Catlin Seaview Survey to use these cameras that are mounted on a special tripod that rotates and allows us to take 6 photos from around the same location on a really super wide-angle fisheye lens. And then we've been able to use those cameras with a group now called the Ocean Agency to take photos across our national marine sanctuary system, and then we do some post-processing where we stitch those images together and kind of like a photo mosaic that allows you to go inside of that photo using the coding we've built on our website to feel like you're inside that photo and seeing the sanctuary from all of those different angles as though you were sitting there yourself. And then in terms of some of the applications, we're really excited, as you mentioned earlier, for how we might be able to bring this to classrooms and use it as an educational tool. So we're really hoping to move toward more of an issues-based approach moving forward in terms of highlighting different environmental issues facing sanctuary resources, as well as just serving as a visual aid for educational programs.
One of the things that I've noticed here and just kind of digging around through the website a little bit, you show a picture of a computer that it's obviously, I'm sitting right here on my computer right now. I mentioned early on tablets or smartphones of some sort. But the other aspect is anybody who now has a virtual reality headset that may be a gamer of some sort, or they even make little cardboard versions that you can connect to your phone. You can now just basically have a 360. It's like you were actually there as opposed to just sitting and looking at pictures on the computer.
Yeah, the accessibility of it is really the part that I think is really special. A lot of times some of the virtual reality technology requires you to download a special app and have all of the gear. And the way we've built this website, as you said, allows anyone with an internet connection really to go and look at these and have that 360 experience, whether it's an ocean window through the screen of your phone or your computer, or whether you want to go into a stereoscopic view and pair your smartphone with some sort of viewing headset that gives it that super immersive kind of three-dimensional experience.
And I have to say,
needing
you guys have done a very good job of capturing that feeling.
Oh, thank you. We're really excited about sharing it with folks.
The website again is sanctuaries.noaa, NOAA.gov/VR. Did I do that right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, go check that out, because I mean there are so many cool things. I love the shot that you're using on here of the Thunder Bay, which is a piece of an old ship that is still laying on the bottom, and that just draws me in. I mean, I immediately, that was the first one I went to because I like that. It's cool.
Yeah, it's great because we can highlight that way the maritime heritage resources that we protect as well, and draw on some of those history buffs also. And you'll be interested, being affiliated with NAUI, that we're also integrating this into some curriculum for dive shops for their junior diving programs.
Nice.
So we call it the Ocean Guardian Dive Club, and we're using it to work with dive shops for youth who are too young to actually be able to do their full scuba diving certification, that are limited to doing work in the pool. We've been able to kind of develop this curriculum where they can also take an opportunity to view these 360 images, and it'll help illustrate, like for example, if they're working on the concept of buoyancy, we can show them how fragile and how beautiful coral is as though you were there, and help them appreciate why you might want to be careful about not running into it when you actually do have an opportunity to get out there in the environment.
Sure. Well, I'd like to ask one last question here, and that's there's 6 up here right now. I'm assuming there's plenty of space for more, yes?
Oh, yeah. Well, we've got 13 national marine sanctuaries and 2 marine national monuments that we manage as part of the National Marine Sanctuary System. And we've already got images from 10 of them. So we're trying to just churn through it and add them sanctuary by sanctuary. I think coming up soon we'll have some images, hopefully from the Hawaiian Islands, Humpback Whale National Marine Sanctuary, Stellwagen Bank National Marine Sanctuary, and ideally Papahanaumokuakea Marine National Monument also.
Sounds wonderful. And again,
Yeah.
It's such a great way of being able to do to show people what it is that we see when we're down there. I mentioned here at another podcast not too long ago that's the biggest question that we always get when we're standing on the shore or the beach. Is what do you see down there? Well, now I can just grab my phone and go, yeah, this is what it is.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you appreciate it. And if you have any specific sanctuary spots you want us to highlight, let us know, and we'll try and send our team of divers down to collect some 360 imagery there, so the whole world can see it.
I think that's on my list. Okay.
Awesome.
I'll be doing that here real soon. All right. Well,
Okay,
once again,
good.
it's virtual diving. It's courtesy of the National Marine Sanctuaries and NOAA. You can visit at sanctuaries.noaa.gov/VR. And I want to say thanks to Kiara for coming out and talking with us a little bit about that.
Thanks so much, Rick, for giving me a chance to share this with you and your audience.
Looking forward to seeing what else you have out there. So good luck with it.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Hey, if you love what you hear on the podcast, I enjoy bringing it to you. If you have an interest in learning to dive, check out your local NAUI dive shop. Again, if you like the podcast, subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, wherever it is. You don't want to miss a single episode. Give us a positive review if you think it's worthy of that, and maybe hit that 5-star rating too. That'd be awesome. That's going to wrap it up for this episode of NAUI's Dive Team Report. I'm Greg Martin. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you underwater.